Hello.
Hello, hi. We're trying to get people who are joining us from Facebook to set up. So people who joined from Zoom, hello, and wanted to welcome you. Thank you for joining us for our new year for the 2025 Cosmetic Center webinar. And we are working to get the Facebook people in and get everybody set up. So she's taking over the share. Somebody take over. بذار ميوت.
كلام بكسر شوية قبل من الشنادين.
Okay, so as you may know, we have everybody who attends, and of course, you know, there are 3 steps to this. To get a $500 off of the surgery package, and you get an extra post-op hospital stay at no charge. And all you have to do is to have a HQ health questionnaire in our system, which you go to MexicoCosmeticCenter.com. A lot of people go to Mexico Bariatric Center and submit one. We try to get those to MCC, but it's better to go to MexicoCosmeticCenter.com and fill out the health questionnaire. There you can put your pictures and all that. And you fill out the Zoom poll when I make it available right before question and answers, and you watch the webinar to the end, and you're qualified to take advantage of this offer. Still waiting to make sure people on Facebook can join. Let me see. We try to answer the frequently asked questions during our presentation. So please pay attention and we try to catch all the ones that you guys have all the questions at the end. So just a little bit about me. I am the founder and director of MVC and MCC. My name is Ron Elli. I have been in the medical tourism industry since 2007, and we started MBC in 2012 and MCC in 2013. And we've been very successful for patients who don't have insurance or they want to save money and get better services in Mexico to take you there and give you great service. And our program consultant is Flora. She's been with the company. She's my wife, beautiful wife, and she's been with us, of course, throughout this time. And she's been doing working with MCC since inception, which is about 12 years now. And I let her talk a little later about how to contact us, what we need you to send us, and get you in the process of getting approval and getting the surgery. So the topics that we are offering today is about MCC, Mexico Cosmetic Center. We talk about our new hospital. We're very excited to open it last year, September. We talk about patient process. That's where Flora would get you information. And then we talk about the procedures that we offer, which is mainly for post-bariatric patients, people who had massive weight loss. But we don't limit to that, but we will see how that comes into picture. We'll talk about our packages, what is it included in the all-inclusive package, and why you should go with us. And then I release the Zoom poll, and we do the Q&A, and we go over some of the success stories. Again, all attendees get $500 off of surgeries plus extra hospital stay after post-op. So when you do massive weight loss, you lose significant amount of fat, and skin gets loose most of the time. Depends on your how much weight, how fast you lose the weight. Of course, our genetics, race, or the type of skin we have, and age, all those are factors, and whether we do exercise or not during this weight loss, and our protein intake. These are all factors to determine whether we do need a skin removal after weight loss surgery or not. And usually tummy tuck is one of the ones that patients need. Of course, breast lift, arm lift, and thigh lift. Those are all popular procedures for post-op patients. If you just look at the average cost of plastic procedures in US and compare it to what we offer, of course, these prices that I have in the chart, let's say for facelift, 24,000, for breast lift, 11,500, tummy tuck, 16, mommy makeover, 21,000. These are basically just for regular patients. They're not for post-bariatric patients. There is a difference between a board-certified plastic surgeon who is specialized in post-bariatric patients, because bariatric patients have a different skin, different requirement, and not every plastic surgeon can handle that. So that's something you have to consider when you go to get surgery. Is this surgeon is specialized in your case? Of course, where you're located is important. Like in Florida, some parts of the country, the packages are, well, first of all, nobody offers you package in US, but the surgery is less than what I have, and some places are more than what I have. Like there are surgeons that, for example, in San Diego, that they charge over $150,000 for facelift. So it depends on where you go, which surgeon you go. None of these are packages in US, which means they charge you for the surgeon fee separately, for the anesthesiologist separately, for medication separately. So none of, like, most of the time, the follow-up, you have to even pay to do the follow-up visits. And when you come with us, when you go down to Tijuana, we include everything for you as one price, and you see how that going to change. So most of the time, I would say patients save about 50% or more on surgery. And okay, so just give me a moment, because again, I'm sorry, we were trying to get the people who are on Facebook accommodating to get online. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm sorry for the interruption. We're trying to get again the Facebook people on board, and so basically, when you come with us, you save money. You also use surgeons that are equal or better to do your procedure in Tijuana, at least the surgeons that we work with. And we do all the logistics for you. We do your before, after accommodations, recovery. We know what's the best situations for you, whether you come in alone or you're coming with your companion. We do all that for you. And that equals safety, that equals peace of mind. And that's what you get coming with us. Of course, you see later on what other benefits are coming with us. The power of social media. You know, social media is great. TikTok, Instagram, and it could be deceiving because it's very easy to just put some before after and some exciting videos and photos and pretend that you're a major surgeon or you're a major doctor, and but really you have to look deep into the company you go with or the surgeon you go with. um, is this trusted? Do they have enough infrastructure to support you? And do they give you the support you need before, after? Are they going to be around? So that's why we MCC comes to picture. MCC is basically Mexico Cosmetic Center is a sister company of Mexico Bariatric Center. Mexico Bariatric Center is number one bariatric provider, if not in world, internationally, at least in Mexico. Um, we are a U.S. based corporation, and our office is in Sacramento, whereas that's where I am joining with you with Flora. And we've been dedicated to provide high quality medical tourism procedures at affordable prices. So at this point, I'm going to let Flora take over, talk about how you get yourself into our system and how you get to schedule with us.
Hello, my name is Flora, and as Ron said, I've been with the company for quite a long time. So basically, all you need to do is you fill up the health questioning with your picture, and step one, and then you receive the and you pick the date and you put the deposit, and then you book your flight, and you submit the paperwork, and you put for instance, for facelift, what you do is you take a picture front, very clear picture. You want your background to be kind of white or darker so they could see your face clearly, and then your profile, and you also put your chin down a little bit so the doctor get to see the extra skin, and make sure your hair is pulled back. That's for facelift. And for body, what you do is front. Please make sure you don't have any clothes on because the doctor has to see. You could, you could cover your private area, maybe with like a bikini. But if you want to get your mommy makeover, the doctor has to see the breast. And if you for arm, you want to have your arms side. I mean, it's like flying. Make sure is clear. Take a picture from front, side, and back. It's very important to doctor see um, all the skin, because sometimes some patient has already have a tummy tuck, and he needs to know that. That's for body lift. And for tummy tuck, the same. And so after you lose your weight, you have to wait 1.5, maybe 1 year maximum to 1.5. And age is very important. Usually, the age is important. You don't want to be after 70 years. The doctor recommend to not do any surgery, and your BMI really. Some doctors they don't want to be more than 28. If you have a lot of extra skin, then he would um, consider to be 30 maximum. And then make sure you get your blood done. Your blood test needs to be, um, I believe, your hemoglobin should be not more than, not less than 13. Must be really, it depends of the patient, must be over 14. That's if it's a bypass, especially if the patient has a bypass, it's very, very important to be over 14. And what else? Um,
That's why we recommend for even for bariatric patients, especially the ones that come for revision, to do a blood test and blood count before you come to Tijuana. For
yes,
plastics, maybe do it at least a month before your procedure. So if you have low hemoglobin, you would start working on it. So of course, if you get down there and you have this problem, then we have to do blood transfusion. But then it would take time and it would be costly. So it's better to take care of it before you go. And when you come down there, you know, like, okay, there is no surprise and you can get your procedure done easily. Um, this is like our support system. When you submit your health questionnaire, it goes through, of course, Flora, the surgeon liaison, gets to the surgeon that is best fit your situation. And that's a plus coming with us, right? We know which surgeon is good at what procedure for what type of patient. And we have access to several plastic surgeons that are all qualified, and we run it by the one that we think is best for your case. And this is something you cannot get if you go directly to one surgeon, because every surgeon has certain specialty. They like some are good with face or eyelid or tissue, uh, or some are good with tummy tuck, some good with breast implant, and so on and so forth. So there is so we know which surgeon. And then also remember that surgeons go through like some up and down, you know, the events in their life change their performance and all that. So we're keeping track of all that. We know at each time which surgeon is at its peak and what's they're doing that is best for your situation. So this is something that is very valuable, and we will talk about like price shopping. You know, you can price shop, but at the end of the day, it's your well-being and your outcome. Um, something else you get from us is the support groups and support before and after. Our nutritionists, our staff that help you before to go through the surgery and after when you need help, anything with your paperwork, everything else. So, let's see. So one exciting news that we share with you is start of our new hospital. Um, so I always dream about opening our own center in Tijuana, and we finally um, did that. Um, and this is a project I started in 21 and we finished last year in September. Um, this is a hospital that right now, not according to me, but according to all the surgeons, everybody who knows the medical facilities in Tijuana, that we're the top three for laparoscopic bariatric cosmetic procedures. And we have four state of the art operating rooms. Everything is in there, is new technology, advanced sterilization. We have about 40 rooms, and it's just one of the best centers internationally. Everything is made up to code. That, okay, yeah. So I just was told that we are live on Facebook too. Sorry, guys, for the glitch. Now we have everybody on board. So yeah, so that's we're very excited to have our patients go to the new center. We called it in memory of my mother, Hospital Azar, and it's the type of personnel from nursing staff, from professionals that work. Of course, our surgical teams are the best in you can find. Um, we, like I said, we work with top board certified plastic surgeons. Just a little quick note on medications. Of course, we tell you what medication to stop or start or take before and after, but in general, please don't take any NSAID or blood thinner run 1 week before surgery. And if you are on Ozempic and semaglutide medications, please stop taking that at least 2 weeks or maybe even 3 weeks.
And no smoking.
Smoking is not
Right.
good before and after, at least a month before,
Yeah.
after. Yeah, so the arrangement is you basically the same as NBC. You arrive before 12 p.m., before the day of your surgery, which is noon, and you depart 1 or 2 p.m. once the day of your departure. The amount of stay, we're going to see that. It depends on the procedure you get. We customize that. When you arrive, of course, if you're alone, we give you option to stay in the hospital or hotel. And if you have companion, of course, they get free breakfast and you can get breakfast, but you have to be fasting at least 8 to 12 hours before surgery time, which they tell you. We take you to the hospital if you're not there already, and you stay in the hospital one night with the package, with the offer that we have today. You would stay 2 nights in the hospital. This is a very important um, item to pay attention, because it's not happening a lot. The plastic surgeon used to have a little dinky surgery center that was just a room with some equipment and maybe one or two recovery beds, and they would just do it like an outpatient. When you do even like people think, okay, lipo is simple. Lipo is not simple. Tummy tuck, breast lift, these are not simple procedures. And by staying in the hospital more nights, you really get that nurse care and the medication you need. It's really huge part of your recovery to stay in the hospital at least one night. And again, with this offer, you stay 2 nights in the hospital, and it's not a surgery center. This is a hospital, full service hospital. And the nurses know what to do with you. We provide food for you. Of course, if you want your companion to stay with you, they can. We provide a recliner, but they can also stay in the hotel and enjoy, you know, being able to shower, rest, uh, do um, all that. So, of course, after the surgery, you are ready to go back home. These are the procedures that we offer. We do facelift, anything from just the facelift, or which we call middle face, neck, and you could add to that forehead, eyelid, and of course, we do fat grafting. We do rhinoplasty, tummy tuck, whether it's mini, full, extended, circular, butterfly, you see all that. And then there's this term, catch-all term of what's called MMO or mummy makeover, which is very popular, and that could basically is referred to multiple procedures in one time. We do, of course, breast augmentation, lift with augmentation, with implant. We do Brazilian butt lift, if whether it's a fat injection or just the implant, lipo 360, arm lift, thigh lift, and other procedures like hysterectomy, gynecomastia, all that we offer. A little bit about facelift. So basically, when we refer to facelift, we're talking about the middle of the face and the neck and fat graft. And then you can add to that again eyelid um, for rejuvenation and forehead. So that's pretty much what's called. And then the traditional before the deep plane um, facelift was some surgeons still they do it. They just pull the skin, but that doesn't last because the muscles underneath are not moved. So our surgeons do deep plane. So these are the prices that we see is all for deep plane, or sometimes it's called vertical, maybe a little different, but that's all catch the same type of procedure for facelift. For rhinoplasty or nose job, we do all type of nose surgeries, and of course our surgeons consider how is your profile. Again, that's why it's important to send the pictures like Flora mentioned, um, so it can be evaluated the best. Of course, you still will talk to the surgeon when you arrive, so you can have more of detail. As far as tummy tuck, there is mini tummy tuck, standard tummy tuck, extended tummy tuck, circular or 360 tummy tuck, butterfly for fleur de lis, but also torsoplasty, which is pretty much is like butterfly with the top part of your torso. And so one thing about um, tummy tuck is, of course, the surgeon also do lipo to be able to make the tummy tuck uh, look good, and also they tighten the muscles underneath. That's included in the procedure. Something about healing that we're going to cover later is like, so scars are very important. The healing of the scars, whether you're doing breast lift or you're doing arm lift, thigh lift, or tummy tuck, the scars take about 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks to heal, and about year or more to fade. You need to take care of it very properly, and you see the things like, I'm gonna just skip this, to get like scar gels like this you can buy on Amazon, or even I think you can get it from Mexico too. When you're there, you use that. And of course, not every surgeon is good in stitches. That's why we match you with the one that has the best skill in doing the stitches. And another thing you want to make sure is when you're going back home, please don't lift heavy things, because that's going to affect your scar healing and scar tissues. Um, of course, again, depends on our genetics, our body, skin, and all that, so how we recover. But these are pretty much basics for scar um, maintenance and care.
And Ron, please mention that the people do smoke. Um, it's very hard for them to heal. The scars is hard to heal, and our suggestion is to not smoke. Alcohol, of and of course diet as well too. Just want to add that too. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. That was a good recommendation. Um, Again, these are all the procedures we offer, from lift to augmentation, and sometimes they put implant with lift. Not all surgeons approve of adding implant. Again, is all case by case. Some surgeons have different criteria. That's where we come into picture, to make sure you get the best with best for you. And arm lift, again, could be mini arm lift, standard or extended. Same thing with thigh lift. It could be regular, extended, spiral. Again, now we go over mommy makeover, MMO. This is basically covers a set of procedures in one operation. One thing you want to make sure is you don't do too many. That is really dangerous. One thing I have to say here is about the number of hours that you are under anesthesia. Um, Of course, the speed of the surgeon is important. How much help they have in the OR is important. How fast they do your surgery. We don't like the patients to be under more than 5 to 6 hours. Some surgeons keep them 7, 8, 9 hours. Um, again, they take their time, or they don't have enough staff to help them. A lot of factors. These are the things that we worry about, we take into consideration, and when we matching you with a surgeon. But in general, if a center told you, I know everybody wants to do maximum out of one operation because of the cost, because of the amount of recovery time, because of, well, you go in one time, you want to get it done. But you have to remember that this is your life. And if a center told you that they can do, let's say, tummy tuck, breast lift, and thigh lift, run away. Sometimes they even want to do face with that. Again, they are looking to make money, and they're not looking at best interest for your well-being. So these are we always worry about all this when we tell you what procedures to do. Okay, again, the speed of the surgeon, the expertise of the surgeon, how much help they have, these are all factors, and we match you with the best surgeon that they can do what you need to do. But usually mommy makeover is tummy tuck and breast lift. And we have patients that have come, these are the patients have lost maybe 250 pounds or 300 pounds, that they come several times. We've had a gentleman that has come with us 4 times to perform all that he needs. Of course, he's a new person now, but that's what it takes to do what you need. At the same time, don't compromise your well-being. Um, so this is like a uh, typical packages that we offer. Of course, everyone is different. As you see, our facelift prices are extremely affordable. Tummy tuck, breast lift, mommy makeover, and this is the amount of time you stay in hotel, hospital. Again, with this offer today, you stay 2 nights in the hospital, which is 1 extra night, and that's about $400 value. Um, you get all that. You get the nurse visit if you go to the hotel. If you stay in the hospital, of course, even better in the recovery area. Um, we also offer what we see later on, medical tourism insurance. We also, like, even garment if you need after, let's say, mommy makeover. These are everything we include in the package. We don't diamond nickel you. Okay, so this is anesthesiology. Sometimes they give you a price. Let's say they give you, $3,500, but that's misleading because that's just the surgeon's fee. It's not his team. He's not covering medication. He's not covering the surgery. He's not covering anything. And so you have to look into that. We will talk about MTI, which is medical tourism insurance, later on. Again, being active, exercising is huge, but you want to make sure you give yourself enough time so your incision doesn't stretch or gets damaged. Of course, walking is always good, but please wait enough time to do the activities like weightlifting and all that. Um, this is pretty much typical of recovery after cosmetic surgery. And we talked about why you should go with us. Of course, we told you already the benefits, but there is more. The number of years we've been doing this, the type of services you get down there. Our packages are all inclusive, and we don't use assistant surgeon. We use experienced surgeons with board certification. That's something you have to also consider. some of the surgeons are doing um, are actually inviting other surgeons that are in school or they're in residency to come help them. And then sometimes they don't even do the surgery themselves. And these are not only you're not going to get an outcome you want, it could jeopardize your life. And we've seen it over and over. Um, so you might want to consider when you look at prices and look at facilities, look at surgeons to see what is it that they really about. Is it just the Instagram and Facebook post or more to it? What facilities are they using? Is this a hospital or just a small surgery center? As far as financing, we work with several, is on our website, but also you can look into personal loans if you have good relationship with your bank or credit union. And SoFi, Lending Club, all those, Lending Tree, those are all options. Please do not apply for so many places at one time because it's gonna affect your credit score. As far as MTI, medical tourism insurance, this is a huge part of our package. It's optional, but we highly recommend that. So it's about $199, or sometimes it could go higher because depends on the number of procedures you get, but it covers complications 45 days even after, and any interruption in your travel if you it's as a result of complications. We also recommend that you buy insurance on your if you're flying on your airline ticket. Sometimes it's very inexpensive, maybe $45. But this is something that it helps you in case you need it. You don't have to spend a lot of money. Um, Okay, so at this point, I would want to um, release our Zoom poll, like I said, and then you guys take time, fill that out while we are actually going over the questions you had. At the same time, I am going to show some of the success stories. These are patients that most of them have had bariatric and cosmetic with us. Um, like Jen, she's had bariatric and cosmetic with us. As you see, we have changed lives, so many lives. And we've, they have come to a new beginning. Of course, bariatric first and cosmetic next. So let's go over the questions and try to answer them. And okay, so let's see. Okay, so I think I need to go to webinar chat. I need to go to the chat for questions. Yeah, I'm trying to. I only see there. I don't see the. Oh. Yeah, I go chat, but look, this is all I see. That happened last time too. I'll ask him. Okay, hold on. That's right, I think. I'll re-ask him. Okay, so let's now. Why is happening right now? Okay. And non-channel. You do? Okay, I come down now. Okay, I'm sorry. I guess I was muted and I was trying to answer all the questions. Oh, okay. So Heather is saying I submitted my information a few days ago, including pictures. When will I receive a response?
By next week, for sure. The
Yeah,
doctor
give
is
us like
super
3 days once you submit your health questionnaire, and you get an answer.
They could
Um,
text me
yeah,
directly.
so I was just showing Flora's information. That's her phone number, 916 area code 224-9611.
Excellent.
And text is the best way to get an answer immediately. How much is an mini arm lift? We really have to see pictures. Usually the procedures that are very cost effective is when you have multiple procedure in one time. But we
They
could do
get
mini
all the time.
arm lift, no problem. I would say around 5,000, but again,
Yeah. The
we
starting.
have to get pictures to know.
Yes.
So again, so sorry for I was on mute. I didn't know. We are once this presentation is finished, we would process it and put it online. All you have to do is ask us, ask Flora, Cameron, or call our office, and we do try to send you home without a drain. So if you need drains, not everybody needs drains. They would get removed before they leave. Also, the number of nights that you stay in Tijuana, this is how it works. The first night you stay in the hotel or hospital, and then you do your surgery. Then you stay one night in hospital normally. And with this offer, you stay 2 nights, and then you stay few more nights. Depends on your procedure. We like to keep at least total of 5 nights for mummy makeover, and maybe 3 to 4 nights for breast lift, things like that.
Three.
So we try to
Two to
do
three.
keep you as much as possible for best outcome and least amount of complications. The hemoglobin 12 is okay, but please try to bring it up to 14, especially if you need to do lipo or extensive work like mummy makeover. This way, there is no problem when you get there. Again, it's a big deal, when they do lipo and mummy makeover. So you want to make sure you don't need blood.
And each patient is
Yeah,
different.
every patient is
And they have to
different.
look at their history, health history. The doctor would really decide it if it's okay 12 or 214.
And then again, Heather asked when he's going to be hearing from us. Give us like 72 hours. By the time we run the pictures by the surgeons and we get recommendation, we get back to you. Again, 916-224-9611. That's the phone number if you need immediate answer.
And if they don't receive any response, please text and I will look
Yeah.
into it. Yes.
Okay, let's see. We have another. I didn't see the packages information in the history. Okay, hysterectomy um, is a package that will keep you one night pre-op, one night post-op. You can stay additional night, but that's about it. And it starts at $5,900 for hysterectomy. At $5,900, again, depends if you need a little bit more. There are different types. So that's why we get your health questionnaire. We run it by the surgeon. We get back to you. Um, yeah, so Krista, you can talk to Flora about that if you need to postpone your surgery and still use the same offer. Please talk to Flora. And okay, so Heather asked if our bariatric surgeons do plastics. No.
No.
Again, these plastic surgeons have gone to school specifically and got their residency specifically, and they need to be plastic board certified. Again, our bariatric surgeons are specialized in bariatrics, and plastic surgeons are board certified for plastics as well as specialized in post bariatric patients. So, yeah, I understand, but we need to have different doctors for plastics. Um, okay, so again, when Flora mentioned about BMI, normally BMI of 30 is when your qualification happens. And something else I forgot to mention is some patients come to us, look for lipo, thinking that lipo or the cosmetic plastics procedures help with their weight loss. This is a misconception. The maximum blood or fat they can get, or not blood, fat they can remove is about maybe 5 pounds.
5 to 7 maximum.
Maximum.
Maybe.
So, and then the fat that we have is around our organs, not under the skin. So it's internal. So we make those people go up apply to MBC, but remember the plastic procedure are not for losing weight. It's for recontouring your body and rejuvenation. As far as the BMI is something else I need to mention. BMI depends. That's why we need your pictures. Your BMI depends on whether you're male or female, whether your frame size, the type of your shape of your body. So these are all important. So when we say the cutoff is 28, 30, 33, it's a general number. So when you send your pictures, we evaluate you. The surgeon look at you and say, yes, this is a good candidate. And if you don't, you just have to do more work to lose the weight, especially the ones have the bariatric surgery done. You already have the tool, you just have to work with it. Okay. So basically, we said this offer is good for 72 hours after your HQ is approved, but we can make exception. Again, please talk to Flora, 916-224-9611. Text her and yes. So please contact us to make sure. Yeah. So again, BMI really is a number. Please send your pictures, and we would evaluate one by one. Okay. I think I answered everything, and we're good to go. If you have more questions, please ask. Sorry for all the delays we had today. First for Facebook group, and then we had the Q&A issue. So we make sure this doesn't happen. We try to do this at least every other month. Yes, so the slides going to be available maybe by Monday or Tuesday. Our marketing team is going to process it and put it online. Yes, we do have opening in June for Mummy Makeover, except that, of course, the sooner you book, the better, the more options you have. But remember, these plastic surgeons are in high demand, and they have full schedules, but we definitely can find opening for you in June. Melissa, please, again, contact Flora or Cameron. He's our marketing specialist. It's helping us with the patients. And so the list of surgeons, yes, we do have them. But again, because we use multiple surgeons, we can't tell you, oh, this surgeon or that surgeon. That's why we don't say any surgeon's name. We basically match you with the ones we think is working the best at that time, is on their peak, and also for your situation. As far as pre-op diet, 12 hours fasting.
8 hours. 8 hours.
You know,
2 hours is too much.
Yeah, 8 to 12 hours. I mean, it's just what we do actually, we send you more instructions before and after, what to follow. And of course, even after surgery, you want to eat light. And,
the minute they put deposit, they get all this information.
Yeah, once you book and put deposit, you get all that information. Again, we do have nutritionists on our staff. But again, eating light before and after is great. Let's see. Yes, we can do that. We can send everybody who attended the link to the presentation. Let me make a note to myself. And you see this again. Okay. Well, again, thank you so much for joining us today, and appreciate. Please stay in touch with us, with Flora. Cameron is a backup if you need something, and of course myself. The deposit is $750, and that basically, and then for booking, and also the balance is due 2 weeks prior to the surgery. If you pay credit card, there's a 5% charge. If you take a cashier's check or cash, please send it to the coordinator 2 weeks before, so we know, like, okay, this is how you're going to make the payment. No problem, but you can take it with you. They collect it on the day that you arrive. Okay. Oscar is in charge of that. That's pretty much. Any other questions I can answer? Okay. Again, thank you. Appreciate from MCC group. Yeah, get a hold of Flora.
916
yes, again.
224 9611.
Correct. Okay. Well, thank you so much, guys. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.
Right there to your left. Exit